Have you ever wondered why some people seem to grow every year? Not just in age, but in wisdom, understanding, and the way they live, while others get older but stay almost the same as before. The difference often isn't opportunity, it's something called lifelong learning. The choice to never stop opening our minds to something new. Once, there was an old man who carried a notebook everywhere. For decades, he filled it with things he learned each day. One day, his grandson asked, "Grandpa, why do you keep writing in it? You already know so much." The old man smiled and said, "Because if I stop writing, the notebook will only hold old things. And if I stop learning, then I too will only be filled with the past." Lifelong learning is leaving blank pages in our notebook, always ready to be written with something new. I once met two colleagues. Both had worked in the same company for over 20 years. The first one said, "I don't need to learn anymore. The young ones will do it for me." Slowly, he became less and less relevant, his skills fading into the background. The second one said, "I may be old, but I can still learn." He kept practicing every new software, attending workshops, asking questions. Years later, who do you think the company still relied on? Not the one who knew everything 20 years ago, but the one who kept learning today. Imagine riding a bicycle with no gears. On flat ground, it's fine. But when the road climbs uphill, it becomes exhausting and sometimes impossible. Now imagine a bicycle with gears. You shift when the road changes. You adapt. Lifelong learning is like adding gears to your bicycle. The more gears you have, the farther you can go, no matter what kind of road lies ahead. Life is like a game. If you stay at the same level forever, you get bored. But if you keep learning, you unlock new levels. You gain new tools, meet new allies, see parts of the map you've never explored before. Some people fear learning because it feels difficult. But isn't that the joy of the game? To overcome challenges, to grow, to discover. Now don't imagine lifelong learning as sitting in a classroom all day. It can be simple. Learning a new recipe, listening to a type of music you never liked before, talking to someone who thinks differently from you. Every small moment like this is like adding a fresh page to your notebook. There was once a mighty tree. It grew tall and strong because it never stopped drinking water from the soil, never stopped growing new leaves. But imagine if it one day said, "I've grown enough. No need for more water, no need for more leaves." Slowly, it would wither. We humans are the same. If we stop learning, we stop feeding our minds and hearts. We may still stand, but we are no longer alive inside. Lifelong learning doesn't mean we become the smartest overnight. It means we keep the door open for growth every single day. The world spins fast. Knowledge changes quickly. But if we carry the spirit of learning, we'll never be afraid of change. Because every day is a new beginning. So I leave you with this. What will you learn today?
Have you ever made a mistake so big it felt like the whole world collapsed on you? Maybe you failed an exam, messed up during an important meeting, ruined a project at work, or even burned dinner so badly that the smoke alarm went off. Mistakes hurt, they embarrass us, frustrate us. But if we look closely, they're also some of the best teachers we'll ever have. Because mistakes don't teach with theory, they teach with reality. A boy was once helping his father build a wall. He placed a brick crookedly, and soon the whole wall fell. The father didn't scold him. Instead, he said, "This broken brick will teach you more than 100 perfect ones. Next time, you'll know exactly how to place it right. That boy never forgot. The broken brick didn't just destroy the wall, it built a lesson that made every wall he built afterward stronger. I remember a major project I worked on years ago. We gave it everything we had, and still, it failed. At first, I felt crushed, but over time, I realized that project taught me more than any success ever had. It showed me what methods didn't work. It forced our team to communicate better. It reminded me that failure is not the end. It's a classroom in disguise. Think about playing a video game. If you won every round, wouldn't it get boring? The joy of the game comes from losing sometimes, failing a level, then learning, trying again until you finally win. Life is exactly the same. If we never fall, we'll never know how to rise stronger. Not all mistakes are huge. Some are just funny, like forgetting to set your alarm and showing up late, or spilling coffee on your shirt right before a meeting. Annoying? Yes, but also a reminder to laugh at ourselves, and maybe to carry a spare shirt. Small mistakes like these give life its color. Without them, our days would be a little too plain. In one village, a man carried 2 pots of water each day. One pot was perfect. The other had a crack, and it leaked all the way home. The cracked pot felt ashamed and said, "I've failed you. I waste water every day." But the man smiled and pointed to the flowers growing along the path. "Don't you see? Because of your crack, these flowers bloom. Without you, this beauty wouldn't exist." Sometimes our flaws, our mistakes, are exactly what makes something beautiful grow. So let me ask you, when was the last time you made a mistake, and what did you learn from it? Are you still blaming yourself instead of thanking the mistake for teaching you? How can you use your cracks, your flaws, to grow something beautiful along your path? Mistakes don't come to destroy us. They come to shape us, to guide us, to teach us in ways no classroom ever could. Sometimes the lessons learned from failure are the very gifts that prepare us for the future. So if you're in the middle of a mistake right now, don't close the book too early. The lesson you need most might be on the very next page.